Hello there everyone, I am Pepino back for more Dwarf Fortress. Okay, so last episode things went bad pretty darn quick. I realized I forgot to take a look at the reports because I was in shock at having all of these dudes here killed, basically, within the span of a couple minutes. So, let's relive that if you would like. With this 22-page battle log. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will scroll through so you can read it if you want all of that detail. But basically, what appears to have happened is the Forgotten Beast shoots out strands of webbing and sticks the dwarf in place and then gores them in the head, tearing the skull. And that seems to be at least what the battle plan was. So if we scroll through here, I'll just let you pause at each page and read. It wasn't pretty. I skimmed through just a little bit and it was not pretty. We have basically been completely decimated. And now begins the long road to recovery. I think we can do it. Thanks to our brave last few military dwarves who managed to kill the beast, we are going to be able to possibly rebuild. We've got about 30 dwarves left, somewhere around there. I don't know if we actually have that many or if there's just some that haven't been found dead yet, but we'll see, I guess, as we go on. And as you see, the killer here was our Spearmaster, who stabs the Forgotten Beast a bunch, basically, and I think it died of blood lost, but Dodak here is the one who delivered the killing blow, I think, technically. He was caught up in the web right at the end of the fight, but let's see. He stabbed it through the tongue, through the toe, through the left front leg, through the other toe, and in the head here, right here. The stab to the head is probably what was the actual killing blow, and then it was caught up in the web, and the beast died as it was freeing, as he was freeing himself. So that is that. I went around off camera and set a couple things to happen. I set our military to help cleaning things up instead of training. I set tons of caskets and coffins to be built because our current tomb here is nowhere near sufficient. And also I noticed if we scroll down here, we have some dwarves in cages. So somehow in the midst of the chaos and the fighting, these dwarves all got put into cages somehow. So I have built a bunch of cages over here, and then once those are built, we will hopefully be able to release the dwarves from them. I'm just gonna hope that someone builds them quickly enough rather than wasting all of their time cleaning up all of this dead dwarves stuff. Similarly, we have to hope that someone actually gets around to making these coffins and things like that, so we're going to make sure that we don't have other jobs that would possibly be taking up their time. Okay, so yeah, things are not looking good, but our surviving dwarves, I think if we can wall ourselves off from the caverns, should be able to sustain us until migrants arrive and we can make a hopeful recovery. Now I built a bunch of cages here because I didn't know how to tell which ones exactly had the dwarves in them, which was a bit of a problem. Let's see. Also, this is our king right here. This is his body and his head. So if we look, we have his mutilated corpse, which is horrible to think about, but then also we have his mutilated head. They are separate, apparently, and all of his clothes are laying there, too. It's just not a pretty sight. Not at all. So, we're gonna hope we get those dwarves out of the cages in time before they starve to death. We have just a bunch of horrible, horrible things going on. And we're gonna hope we get migrants soon, because then we will actually have enough dwarves for all of the jobs that we need. This is a sign of how bad it has gotten, if nothing else. We are building a bunch of wooden caskets, or at least we will be soon. We are resorting to burying our dead dwarves in tiny little wooden boxes, like a bunch of elves, rather than the solid stone coffins that they truly deserve. If that doesn't say desperation time, I don't know what does. But either way, we got a bunch of webs to clean up. We've got a ton of stuff to do. Let's see if they've walled off the caverns at all. I went down and told them to build some walls. One right here, which they haven't gotten around to yet. And one, let's see, where is it? Oh. It zoomed me back there because the giant olm reverted to a wild state. Okay, right here. There we go, that's where the other wall is gonna be. So, hopefully they get around to that quickly. I set a bunch of dwarves, to where they should be doing this stuff. But, they don't seem to be yet. Oh, and also, we are filling our king's tomb, with all of the piccolos we have. Because they were his anyway. He was the only one who really wanted them, so we're gonna bury him with all of his piccolos. And also a statue, and his throne. Golden statues. Because, you know, our king should have a proper burial. He was our king for what, like, almost the entire series, to this point? Let's see. We should... How do we assign a dwarf to not be in this cage? Okay, there. Just like that. Hopefully he's not dead in that cage. It looks like he's dead in that cage, doesn't it? Let's see, can we look? It's a superior quality dwarf cage. Irith. Let's see, can we see Irith in our unit list? See if he is alive or dead. Irith, right here, is caged. If we view the unit, no health problems according to this, but she feels humiliated after being confined. So, we will hopefully get all of our dwarves out of their cages. Make sure we don't have any in any of those. It's just not good. Not good at all. Too many dead dwarves to bury. We are gonna have basically a ton of ghosts because we don't have enough coffins to bury these dead dwarves, and we don't have enough dwarves to make enough coffins in time, I don't think. So there's gonna be an explosion of ghosts in our fortress, probably in the near future. All these dwarves are just getting hauled out to the corpse stockpile. And just in general, it's not good. I gotta go make sure that we have our dwarves doing the more high priority tasks, like getting these guys out of their cages. Here we go. So we got 2 of the dwarves out of the cages, it looks like. Is Irith... Yes, Irith is going for a drink after being released from her cage. So that's good. And there's a bunch of miasma filling up everywhere because of the dead dwarves. It's really gonna be a bunch of problems, but I'm gonna go make sure that we are not wasting time on tasks that we don't need done. Okay, so after we were doing this, we have had a mason taken by a fey mood. So we got that to work on. But I was just trying to see if we would actually start doing the tasks I wanted. Oh, and he's claimed a mason's workshop, which will probably slow down our coffin building a little bit, but oh well. Okay, so we need to empty these next two dwarves out of their cages, and we've freed a bunch of them. And this guy's begun a mysterious construction. Terrific. Okay, so we're getting an artifact out of this at least. Let's see. We've currently got 2 caged dwarves here and 1 more cage to build with a dwarf in it. Oh hey, they let him out. Sweet. We are saving lives here today. We are saving lives. The lives of these dwarves that are hanging there in cages that they walk past a bunch before actually helping, but still, saving lives. I'm sure they appreciate it on most levels, even if they were ignored for quite a while first. I don't really know how to get these dwarves to stop just going and picking up, like, random ass, like, shit. Like, just little clothes and weapons and things like that. They have to go pick them up for some reason sometimes. And there's nothing that you can do about it, I guess. So, oh hey, we made a really fancy table. Let's take a look at the table. Encircled with bands of gabbro. Yeah, we don't, nothing really interesting there, I guess. Not a very good artifact. I was expecting, like, pictures of all the carnage and death and stuff. But no, none of that. Oh well. We should make sure the mason's workshop is back to constructing coffins. There we go. Even though no one seems to have actually started any of those tasks. Even though I have got at least a couple dwarves set to only do carpentry, none of them seem to be doing any carpentry and building those caskets. But what are you gonna do, I guess? Maybe they'll get around to it soon. Let's see, how bad is our corpse stockpile? It is growing. It is growing. We need those coffins very soon. Alright, do we have this last guy to get out of his cage yet? Yeah, we do. Alright. We're going to get Sibrek out of his cage, and then let's see. What do we have here? Nope, nothing really interesting there. Okay, is he the last caged dwarf? Yes. That is the last one, so then all of our dwarves will be free and alive that weren't killed already. So that'll be good. We aren't going to have a dwarf starve to death in the cage. There we go. So he's been let out. I don't know how they got caught in the cages in the first place. It's a bit of a mystery, but oh well. They did. Okay. So I'm not sure what all these guys are up to, but they keep taking stuff to these bedrooms, which is unfortunately taking up a lot of their time. Let's see. Is anyone working on any of these caskets yet? Nope. I need to fix that right away. We can't be going any longer without making caskets because our ghost population is going to be larger than our dwarf population, and that will be no good for anybody. Okay, I'm back, and I've got even more dwarves set to work on these coffins, so hopefully soon someone will finally actually do it. Now, let's see. We have a couple other things that I would like done, one of which is we want to build, let's see. Is there a gold throne? Yes. Okay, we are going to put the king's throne in his tomb there, and then this statue, which is a statue of the founding of our fortress. We will also put that in his tomb as a little, I don't know what you're going to want to call it, a memorial to his accomplishments. We will put it that way. So he will have that statue and his throne for him in the afterlife, and that'll be all good. What else do we have going on? Bunch more corpses piling up. That is about it right now. Until someone actually does what I've been telling them to do, and makes these darn caskets, we are pretty much going to be sitting here doing not a whole lot of good. But for some unknown reason, they will simply not do it. I have told them to do it. I have set dwarves to do literally nothing but carpentry. Multiple of them, and they are all doing anything but carpentry. Or is this... yeah, this is carpentry. We need carpentry. Yeah, it's not wood crafting. I don't know. I have no idea what they're doing. Really none. They are just not wanting to bury their dead, I guess. Oh, hey, and the outpost liaison has arrived. Fine, that is just fine. We will trade, I guess, with the dwarves. We have a broker, apparently, so we will send him over. And what do we want to give him? Let's give him just a bunch of plump helmet roast, I guess. That'll be quick. It'll be one hauling job that they will take to there, and that'll be it. Oh hey, is someone actually doing what I asked? They are, look at this. We have one lone dwarf being productive. Athel, thank you. We are going to have at least a couple caskets built by Athel here. So we'll be able to bury some of our dwarves, or some more of our dwarves. Now let's see. He has built one casket thus far. That is better than 0, I guess. So we'll take it, and we will hope that we can survive the onslaught of ghosts and bad feelings and all of that stuff when it inevitably does come.